Hello curl friends, welcome to my channel, or welcome if you're new here. My name is Jody and it's great to have you join me today. Today we are doing my last this or that video of 2024. So it's hard to believe it's already here. I feel like it's flown by, but I feel like a lot of people are saying that, so I'm sure I'm not alone. So the two products that we will be looking at are creams today. I have two affordable curl creams. We're looking at the Hask Curl Care Curl Defining Cream and the Not Your Mother's Curl Talk Defining Cream. So I have done videos on both of these. They're both actually very older videos. I think they were out like my first year that I started doing YouTube. So my thoughts have kind of changed. My hair has kind of changed some since then. So take into consideration that, my feelings for these may be different than they were back then. But I thought it would be nice to feature two affordable creams together. So let's get into like the product shots of these and what a cream is supposed to do for your hair, and then we are going to continue with applying this. A curl cream is a unique curly hair product with wide-reaching uses and benefits. They contain a unique ingredient blend of conditioning agents such as emollients and humectants and flexible hold agents. They tend to be rich and creamy in texture and are certainly a little goes a long way type of product. Their primary function is to enhance curl definition and condition the hair. Unlike products such as leave-in conditioners, however, they also have a secondary function of adding a light hold to the hair. Coating each strand with a lightweight film of nourishing ingredients, curl creams are designed to soften and smooth the hair, helping to promote curl clumps and definition, while also adding flexible hold that helps your style last a little longer. While curl creams compare perfectly well with other stylers, they can also be used in isolation for a low-maintenance, one-and-done styling routine. I got all this information off of curlsmith.com. Alright, so we are going to start off with the Hask Curl Care Curl Defining Cream, and I am just going to put, obviously just putting this on half of my head of hair, so I'm going to go in with a very little amount. I have tried this more recently, and I will say I have found out that I have mixed it, at the time I had mixed it with a gel that it didn't really mix well with. So that was part of the problem, but that's all I'm going in with right now. I just want to see how this feels on my hair. Okay, I can't even feel it on my hands. I might go in with just a little bit more, just a little bit. But I was saying I had mixed it with the Dippity Doo Girls with Curls gel actually, and it just didn't mix well. It like curdled in my hand. But the thing is, I didn't do that, hand mixing test until after I had already, applied it to my hair and everything like that, actually weeks afterwards. So, yeah, I didn't like my hairstyle. And I thought it might be due to this cream, my hair changing. And I will say I have loved Hask Curl Care products in the past. I really have. And I know I have featured a lot of them as my favorites in the past as well. But like I said, my hair is changing. My hair's needs are changing. And so what once worked for me back then isn't always working the best for me now. So not with everything, like a lot of things still work. I've loved Dippity Doo Girls with Curls for a long time and still love it to this day. I'm going to brush style this in with my Denman brush. I haven't done this in a long time, or I haven't used this brush in a long time, but once again, this is a relatively easy brush just to clean out before I switch to my other side. So as I'm brush styling, I'm going to read you the information on this product in particular, and then we'll continue on to the other side. Keep those curls in shape with the Hask Curl Defining Cream. This lightweight, humidity-proof formula works to enhance your natural curl pattern, leaving your curls touchably soft and defined. Enriched with a miracle blend of coconut oil, organic argan oil, and vitamin E to seal in moisture and shine for a frizz-free finish. Directions say to apply through clean, damp curls from root to tip, and adding more as needed. Air dry or style as usual. All right, I have this all applied, and I've been adding water throughout as I go. But I just feel like, I don't know if it's this product or the brush or what, but I just feel like it's kind of being a little bit stringy for me. Like I said, it's been a long time since I've used the Denman brush. I mean, I've used it within this year, but I'm just so used to the Bounce Curl brush and how it clumps my hair now that anything besides that oftentimes feels stringy to me. So, okay, I'm going to go in with my gel and just kind of seal this in. I might apply a little bit more when I get the other side done and just kind of go over it all once again. I'm not really sure yet, but first of all, I'm going in with the Twist Weather Up gel. And so I'm going to use about that amount. Just going to do what I usually do, glaze this all over, try to get on the top and the underside. And I might kind of like lift in between here and just try to get a little bit like that and scrunch. I'm going to do the majority of my scrunching like this. I don't think I'm going to turn upside down and scrunch just due to how I'm styling today. I might get just a little bit more of this gel on the back part. Not going in with much at all. Okay, so I have washed my hands and I have rinsed off my brush, and now we are going to go in with the Not Your Mother's Curl Talk Defining Cream. So let's see. I'm trying to go in with about the same amount. Once again, I don't feel like there's much on my hands, so I'm going to go in with just the tiniest bit more. And we're just going to kind of pray my hands and rake my hands through my hair. If you're not familiar with what the praying hands and raking hands method means, praying hands is just smoothing your hands over, kind of, with this motion. And raking is, working your fingers through. So I'm obviously going to disperse the product more with the brush as well. Now, one thing I should note about the Not Your Mother's Curl Talk Cream is that I have the older version. So they have come out with a newer version and the ingredients have changed somewhat. I didn't focus on all the ingredients, but things that I think might make a big difference are the polyquats in these as far as sealing the hair. So I made some notes. The old formula had polyquat 72 as the second ingredient, and now the new formula, the next polyquat or the nearest polyquat to the top is polyquat 10, and that is not until the fourth ingredient. Create maximum definition and lasting elasticity and shine with the Not Your Mother's Curl Talk Defining Cream. Seal in moisture and eliminate frizz while providing manageable, lustrous locks that enhance your natural curls. The directions say that on damp hair, apply a small amount evenly from roots to ends, adding more as needed. Air dry or style as desired. Okay, so I have the cream all brush styled in through my hair, and now I'm going to once again go in with the gel. Trying to go in with a similar amount. And I will say that as I was brush styling this side, once again, being the Denman brush, I feel like it doesn't grip my curls grip my curls as much compared to the bounce curl brush. I'm not trying to knock on it. It's just, once you've tried that bounce curl brush, I feel like it's sometimes hard to go back. But what I was trying to get at was that even though I didn't feel like it was gripping my curls, similar to the Hask Curl Care side, but I did feel like my curls were clumping a little bit more. I am really struggling to form my words today, especially in this last little bit here. I apologize. I think I'm trying to hurry because my husband is, ready to do other things that want to make noise. So I need to finish this part up. I'm going in with just a little bit more in that back section there like I did on the other side. They feel very similar though as far as product wise in my hair, both sides. Like I can't distinguish a difference at this point. So I'm just going to take this out, and I am going to diffuse my hair actually pretty soon. So I'm not going to leave it up in a wet plop or anything. I'm just going to go pretty much straight into diffusing after I tidy a few things up here at my little filming station. So I will be right back to share with you the results. All right, curl friends, so I am back with my hair fully diffused and styled, and let's reveal the results. So on this side we have, let's get all of it gathered here. We have the Hask Curl Care, and this is what the underside is looking like. I don't know how well that is showing up on camera since my hair is kind of darker and my top is darker. And then we have the Not Your Mother's side here and the underneath. I think I have really great hair on both sides. So I am very impressed. Let's just go over my thoughts on the Hask side first. I have good definition on the top and the bottom. My curls are soft, they're conditioned, moisturized, and they do have like a structured feel to them. Like they don't feel like they're going to fall out right away. I can appreciate that. My hair has a good shine and it has decent volume. Like it's not flat, it's not weighed down. So everything that I'm looking for in a curl cream. I was a little concerned about my hair maybe possibly being a little bit stringy. I said as I was brush styling it, or after I was finished brush styling it, that it just felt like it was kind of trying to be a little bit stringy as I was doing that, and I don't see that problem at all. Not at all. I have pretty good spring back here, if you can see that. So I am loving my results on this side. Now, I said before that I have had issues with Hask Curl Care, like not performing to the way that I remembered it performing when I first fell in love with it. And this is kind of making me take that back. Maybe I was just pairing it with the wrong things. I've been out of the mousse for a while now. I still have the gel, but I've been trying to mix and match the products. And I think they work best as a system, but I think also you need to be careful not to go too heavy-handed. Like I said, most recently I had mixed this cream, the Hask Curl Care cream, with the Dippity Doo Girls with Curls, and that was just a no-no. My hair did not look good, and I could not wait to wash that again because I just didn't like the way it looked. Now, let's move on to the Not Your Mother's side. I have a good definition. My hair feels soft. If I'm going to say anything, it does feel maybe just the slightest, ever so slightest bit less soft than the Hask side, but not much at all. Like I'm really trying to pick and feel something different here. But overall, it does feel soft. It does feel conditioned and moisturized. Overall, my curls do feel like they have a good structure. Like my curls aren't going to fall out or anything. And I do have, once again, a decent volume. Like my hair isn't laying flat. It's not weighed down. My shine is probably just a tad less on this side than it was on the Hask side, but I don't think it looks bad. One thing to note that I might notice just a little bit of a difference on, like ever so slightly. I was worried about the stringiness on this side. I said I felt like this side was clumping a little bit better. Once again, I do feel like I have good curl clumps on both sides, but I feel like this side might be just a tad bit stringier, like especially in this area. And on some of the ends, just the tiniest bit stringier. Not bad looking though at all. And I do feel like my curl clumps on this side are just a tad bit smaller, ever so slightly smaller, maybe just a tiny bit less clumped than the Hask side. I'm going to turn it around and show you the back. Once again, you should probably be able to see kind of a split in the middle. That's typically how my hair lies when I do these side by sides, but I am going to show you the back and maybe you can get a little bit better feel for how the two sides look side by side that way. I said in the beginning that both of these products were affordable, and this one retails for $7.27 and this one retails for $7.74, sorry, at walmart.com. So very comparable. I will say though that the Hask one is a little bit bigger packaging. This is 6.7 ounces on the Hask side, and the the Not Your Mother's is 6 fluid ounces. So you get a little bit more value. It's a little bit cheaper and a little bit more using the Hask, but that's really nitpicking. I feel like overall, if I had to choose a side, like I said, I like both sides, but if I had to choose a side at this point, I would choose the Hask Curl Care side. I just like a little bit better how the curls are laying, just a little bit better on the shine. And yeah, I guess that's the biggest thing that I can notice. I just like the way these curls are clumped a little bit better on the Hask side. Hey curl friends, one more thing that I forgot to mention yesterday. This is day 2 curls, by the way, using the Hask Curl Care on this side and the Not Your Mother's on this side. So they're both holding up pretty well, but that's really not why I'm here. What I wanted to talk about was my process for picking the gel. I had mentioned earlier, I believe, that when I had done the Hask Curl Care and the Dippity Doo, that I didn't like my results that time. And when I did the patch test on the back of my hand, because that was the gel I was initially thinking about doing with these 2 creams. And when I did that patch test on the back of my hand, I saw that the Dippity Doo and the Hask Curl Cream really didn't work well together. They just kind of curdled up and it just wasn't pretty looking. So I went on with the Zotos All About Curls gel, and then I tried the Curlsmith Hydrostyle Flexi Jelly. I tried both of those gels, ones that usually pair well with a lot of things, and they did not work with the Hask Curl Care. Finally, I tried the Twist Weather Up and it worked. So that's why I went with it, but I think it was a great combination. So all that to say, I just want to let you know that it appears like the Hask Curl Cream, while that was my preference and still is my preference, I guess, of the curl cream, it is a little picky with what gel I think you can pair it with. Obviously, I think it goes well with the gel that's in that line, but you're just gonna really have to play around with your product stash, whatever you do or don't have, and see if it mixes with your gel. So it can be a little temperamental in that regard. So, all right, we'll continue on with the rest of the video. Once again, I don't think you could go wrong with either of these creams. And also I do want to make note once again that my Not Your Mother's product is the old packaging, the old formulation. So I don't know what the new formulation is like. If you've tried the Not Your Mother's Curl Talk cream with the new formulation, please let us know in the comments down below if you like that new formulation better, or if you tried the old one versus the new one. Do you notice any difference? Do you like the new one better, or maybe the old one better? Let us know in the comments. That'll help us out. I've not heard too much about the differences of the two formulations, but like I said, I'd love to hear if you guys have noticed any difference in those. So also, I'd love to know which side you like best on my hair. So once again, Hask side versus Not Your Mother's side. So vote down below. I'd love to hear your results or your thoughts and feedback. And until I see you again next week, have a great day. Bye.